Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into the Pirate Alliance KIZUNA Clash for the 6+ Blackbeard 10-star event with the no new badge, no friend captain teams that can use either Vasco Shot as a friend captain or without a friend captain. So we're going to start it off with the no new characters completely, just doing the run. It's the exact same team. It just allows you to have access. If you find Vasco Shot, you can, and if you can't, then it's not the end of the world. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you do, like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Remember, make sure to do your assists, put up suicides, do all that fun stuff, because it is a regular 10-star. You do not want to be using your potions here, but I've spammed a couple just to put the video out. And I will have my Pizarro teams as well out as well. Unfortunately, I don't have Vasco Shot, so like, look, it is what it is. I'm not chasing that unit. I got Pizarro on the discount. I'm pretty happy with that. So with that said, let's dive in. So to start it off, we have the Dex variation, and if you can't find a Vasco Shot friend captain, the next best thing is most likely going to be Rush Kaido. I feel like you could just run double versus Blackbeard here, and you're going to be absolutely fine, I think. I don't really see a world where it's not going to be a problem, but Rush Kaido has type advantage. The whole team is driven and powerhouse, so like you're still getting all the buffs from the full powerhouse squad. You're getting all the buffs from the full driven squad for verse Kaido, who's on the team as well. And as you can see, you basically get the EX and that fun stuff too, because you have Big Mom and Katakuri as well as the lead performers down there as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to tap with our top units, remove those Wano slots because like why not. I think I might remove one on Big Mom Katakuri so that way we can get a Super 10 on popping off with them as well. I'm pretty sure that'll work fine. But on turn 2, we come up against Doc Q. Now, Doc Q does a HP card. It gives you Poison and Bind. Upside to obviously having Rush Kaido as we apply increased damage taken. We can remove the Poison with Shiryu. And then we can remove the... what's it called? We don't need to caption shift. We can remove the bind with Otama. Now, you guys don't really need to worry about Otama. If you can like use some other supports, you can use like the Lafitte support on Blackbeard, and then use like another poison remover on someone else. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anyone, to be like completely honest with you guys. But you can use a ship that has 1 turn of bind removal. You can also use the pudding support on Big Mom Katakuri. Like I said, you guys have a bunch of different options when it comes to this particular fight. So on the final stage against Blackbeard, he gives you that special limit debuff, which is a little bit frustrating. But with Big Mom Katakuri, you can get around that. You also get stunned on your bottom row. So utilizing the versatility of Blackbeard just straight off rip allows you to just remove that, which is super nice. We have the special of versus Kaido. He's going to give us an attack boost, increased damage taken, as well as removing the damage reduction and defensive base effects. We can then use... we may as well switch to Big Mom Katakuri now. You can captain shift and do all that fun stuff with them, but like it's really not going to matter all that much. We can use the special of Blackbeard here. That's going to give us a base attack boost, and because we have all the powerhouse characters, we get a low enough HP, so now we can get access to the... what's it called? The HP guard. We can use Big Mom Katakuri to get... oh, actually, I just realized, why did we get special reversed on... oh, Mr. Pizarro there is not actually getting... he's not getting the cooldown, so I would slap the Mr. 3 support on Pizarro. Yeah, that's something I completely glossed over. You definitely want to have his special ready to go, because later down the line, you are going to get some bind. But again, Mr. 3 is going to help out there. You also have the EX of Kaido. He's going to give cooldowns to powerhouse characters. But later down the line, like if you're using Vasco Shot, then you're not going to have access to that anyway. So finally, we can just use basically everything we have at our disposal, and with that, we're pretty much good to go. So I'm going to rush with Blackbeard here, because like why not? We have HP guard, and we also get burned, but that's nothing to worry about because of the HP guard. You can easily kill that. Later down the line, there will be a death hit, so that's why having the special of Pizarro is great, so that way you can get a threshold and you just avoid all that. But again, I definitely have some sort of cooldown reducer on him, so that way you get access to his special on the final stage if you're not using Rush Kaido. So the next fight is the Psy fight. This time we're using a versus Blackbeard as a friend captain. Obviously, we have versus Blackbeard set as our captain for the other fight, so it makes sense to just run him here. If you guys are missing Big Mom Katakuri as well, for this particular variation in particular, you can use the Fire Tank Pirates or Beige as captain, so that way you can avoid the blowaway with something like the Big Daddy, or the captain ability of the Capone crew, so that way you just immune to blowaway in that regard. So just be mindful of that. If you guys are missing Big Mom Katakuri, then they are very replaceable. On the other team, they're just replaceable with any other like Big Mom character, to be honest. And on this particular team, like I said, they're just completely replaced with the Fire Tank Pirates. But the Fire Tank Pirates, you will need to make sure that they are your captain. So that is going to be very, very important. So on turn 2, as you can see, we do get some pain, which is a little bit annoying. So we are going to captain shift here with Big Mom and Katakuri. When Big Mom Katakuri become captain, we can basically avoid the blowaway shenanigans on the final stage. We're then going to use the kid special here. That's going to give us a huge HP cut. And oh, hang on. So scrap all of that. I got my wires crossed with my Pizarro team needing Blackbeard if I can't find Vasco Shot, and this particular team. This particular team, we want to run double verse Kaido, so that way we can remove the damage reduction on the final stage. We're not actually going to use verse Kid at all, because obviously we don't have all the powerhouse characters, so Blackbeard's not going to work. Yeah, completely spaced on that one, so apologies for that. I am sort of doing this in like a one-take Drake, so I'm not going to edit that out. So shout out to the stuff ups and the back screen stuff of Stunt. But as I mentioned, just running double verse Kaido here is great. We have a full driven team. Big Mom Katakuri, again, completely replaceable if you guys have Capone crew or even the Big Father. Big Father is going to literally take care of that for you as well. So problem here is once we get to the Van Olga stage, we are, again, like I said, we're going to use the captain shift, switch in, Capone crew, captain, you won't even have to worry about any of that. And then we are going to use one of our Kaido specials here to remove the damage reduction. Because we have a full driven squad, we remove like 10 turns of all of the nasty stuff. And with that, we're pretty much good to go. So then we're just going to do some taps here. Bingo, bango, bongo. You do have pain, and it's a 10,000 pain. However, the reason we have Kid on this particular team is because we can actually, because he's a driven character too, we can actually get access to his HP guard. So that's the HP guard I was getting my wires crossed with. But okay, I didn't realize it was everyone gets blinded. Okay, well, I might have to rerun this again. Really, I didn't realize it was everyone gets blinded. I thought it was only a certain side. Yeah, I'm an absolute space cadet. It does say 11 turns of crewmate blind, so, yeah, right. Alright, run it back for the third time. Yeah, this time I'm not going to stuff it up. We're going to use, Treasure Map Blackbeard as our captain. Still keeping Verse Kaido because we still need to remove the damage reduction. Lucky for us, Kid can remove the damage reduction on the final stage. We just need to make sure we activate his HP guard before that, and it should be fine, I believe. I believe. So, yeah, on the first turn, we're going to kill again. And again, if you guys don't have the Fire Tank Pirates, if you don't have Big Mom Katakuri, you can use the Fire Tank Pirates still. You just need to bring a friend captain, Treasure Map Blackbeard. Or if you have, like I said, if you're running Vasco Shot with double special activation, that's going to also work quite nicely. So, on turn 2, we have Van Olga. He gives us the pain. Once again, we are going to remove the damage reduction with Verse Kaido special. The problem with this now is that we don't actually have a what's it called? We don't actually have Verse Kaido's attack boost for the final stage, which is a little bit annoying. We also don't have his increased damage taken, but as you guys could see earlier, like, there's no real point to having. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh no, it should be fine. As you guys saw earlier, the Kid shot is just going to kill us after the pain sort of clicks in anyway, so just be mindful of that. I also forgot to change my ship. Well, I don't know if it might clock in actually, because now Big Mom Katakuri are our captain. So on the final stage, as you can see now, the sailors get sailor characters. They're the ones that get the bind. We have Lafitte support to help us out with a little bit of bind there. We're going to use Blackbeard to remove the bind on our sailors. We can use Kid to give us HP guard, which is going to be very, very nice. We can then use the Kid's special to remove damage reduction once that sort of comes into play eventually. Pain's not going to trigger. We have the intimidation of the Orbus is going to get rid of it. It's going to go away. We get the attack boost from the top music as support. We get end of turn damage with Queen, and then we can No, we don't want a captain shift. We can use the Big Mom Katakuri for a 2-turn orb boost, which obviously gets removed by 1 turn. So with that, we should be pretty much ready to go. I don't really see how we're going to struggle here, but hey, we might. Queen's End damage should kill. Don't have to worry about the burn. Don't have to worry about all of that nice stuff. And there we go. Wham bam. Thank you, man. Alright, so moving on to taking it back to the Dex fight now. We have the Vasco Shot team. Now, as you can see, I did add the Mr. 3 support on for this particular team. Real shit thing about that Bizarro unit too is he doesn't have any tags. So realistically, we would have the 3 Blackbeard pirates here, but that Bizarro, the old one, doesn't have the tags that we're looking for there. So very, very annoying stuff. But now that we have Vasco Shot as captain, we're going to get a lot more ticket drops. And realistically, if you can find a Vasco Shot as friend captain, it's going to give you a lot more rewards. So just be mindful of that when you guys are doing your farming for this Kizuna, because it is a 10-star event, and if you can find Vasco Shot, you really, really want to make sure that you guys can get access to him. So on stage 2, once again, we have the binder, we have the poison. We're going to get rid of the binder of the poison thanks to the supports. Now, Vasco Shot has a very interesting ability where if you, if you get hit with like poison or burn or anything like that, he actually has like an auto trigger in his special that gives you an orb buff, which is super interesting. On the final stage, you have that special limit. There's also the stun, damage reduction threshold, all that fun stuff. But again, the versatility of Blackbeard here is just going to take care of pretty much the entirety of... Oh, we're still 1 turn short. Really? Okay. Even with the support there, maybe because I didn't have a captain that gives me cooldowns, that Bizarro unit is actually becoming just a little bit problematic for us. So I wonder if anyone gives us cooldowns. Kato, he's going to remove the damage reduction, he's going to remove the threshold. He gives us an attack boost. Blackbeard gives us the territory. Eventually, it'll clock over and give us the HP guard. Then we have old mate Vasco Shot with his double special activation to give us a conditional boost against the burn and all that fun stuff. So he's effective. Okay, just increases that. Switch to Big Mom Katakuri. You can captain shift if you want to, but like it's not really doing anything for us. Realistically, I need to get 1 extra cooldown on Bizarro. And look, you definitely can stall the 1 turn. I don't really see that being a problem, but it is just very frustrating. So let's just kill that and let's move on, because like I said, you really, really want to make sure that you have that extra turn of cooldown on Bizarro there. Might have to replace like Big Mom Katakuri or the lead performers with someone that can just give cooldowns. Lead performers preferably. Alright, so as for the side variation, team looks the same. We are obviously running Treasure Map Blackbeard after all my goofs. We have Treasure Map Blackbeard as our captain. He's going to remove the bind. But when you are using Vasco Shot, you actually can remove the bind with his versatility, with his special ability, something like that. Hopefully this works, honestly. Like, if this doesn't work, I'm going to be like, whoops. Because we might actually need to bring someone to take care of the bind, because I did end up like stuffing up this team, right? Right, so I kind of did stuff this up because I don't have the bind removal for this particular team. That's super, super frustrating, because like his special doesn't remove bind, but his super class special does. And then like, yeah, I don't really know what they want you to do here, which is kind of frustrating, but sick. Well, like they say in the biz, that's a paddling. So, I'm actually an idiot. Vasco Shot does remove bind. Like I was like, there's no way that Vasco Shot can't remove bind. Like they've literally built this content in a sense to make him the captain. So like, why the hell would he not remove bind? He removes bind by 3 turns. You need 2 of them, obviously, so that way you can bypass it. Again, if you guys don't have Blackbeard, you just run the fire tank, not Blackbeard. If you don't have Big Mom Katakuri, just run the fire tank pirates, and you are going to be absolutely fine. Now, Vasco Shot has an ability where he can remove the pain in his captain ability, but again, we don't have the Blackbeard pirates here. it's not the end of the world, to be like completely honest with you guys. Like it's really not that big of a deal, because we have the HP guard of Kid. So that's going to work out really, really nicely. So as you can see, we use the Kaido special to remove the damage reduction there. And then we have Big Mom Katakuri becoming captain, so we don't have to worry about the blow away, which is super nice. To remove the bind, eventually it will become 8 turns after socket. So that's why we have the Lafitte support. That's going to kick in and bring it down a little bit. So that way we can use the double special activation. Oh, do we have enough? Okay. We have enough HP, right? Perfect. So we can use double special activation of old mate Vasco Shot. Then we can activate the versatility of Kid. The HP guard is basically just going to save us from the pain, and then that way we don't have to worry about it at all. On top of that, we do need to be very mindful of the Kid special. Kid special is going to reduce our HP super drastically. And then we have Blackbeard to give us chain boundary, with Big Mom Katakuri to give us a what's it called? Big Mom Katakuri actually don't do too much for this particular team, because they're, in hindsight, they would be our orb booster, but we have Vasco Shot here. So yeah, once we've done all that, we're pretty much good to go. And I didn't even use the well, hang on, make sure to tap with Queen, so Queen's damage does the end of turn, and then you're good to go. So there you guys go, a bit scuffed, and we had to sort of pivot on the fly, but hopefully these teams help you out. If they do, build a like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's